I'm Keegan and I'm the husband to my beautiful wife, Melissa Leiber. I'm a stay-at-home dad to 3 energetic kids. I'm an actor and model. I'm a holistic coach to aspiring actors and models. And most importantly, above all else, I'm a man of God. But everything is not what it seems. Growing up, my ideal family was to be the sole provider financially. To where my wife could either work part-time or not work at all and be a stay-at-home mom. My career choice would be to where I could spend quality time with my wife and kids. And speaking of kids, I just wanted 2 or 3, no more. That's enough. And most importantly, I wanted God to be number 1. I was 17 years old and I decided to make a pledge to God to give my life to Him, to live by the Bible. And I haven't regretted it ever since then. If it wasn't for God, I would not be married with 3 kids. And He has become the source of my love and patience, because I need a lot of patience with 3 kids. And are there times that I thought about giving up? Yes, but my identity is found in Christ and in my relationship with God. And so every morning I strive to start my day with God. Good morning.
He just needs some pants on. He has some Batman pants in his room.
Okay, so go sit down, guys. I remember when it was after we had our first daughter, Isabella, and we wanted to have a second child. The doctor and nurses, when my wife went for her checkups, they said, yeah, you're going to have a second kid.
Did you all sleep okay?
Mm-hmm. I woke up the same time you did.
Yeah, you all wake up early.
I want to get I want to get yogurt.
You want to get yogurt?
Yeah.
Okay, you got to eat your food then.
My wife picks me up and we're in the car, and she tells me, okay, I have the picture of the ultrasound. We're having 2. And I was like, wait, what? I had to transition from working full-time, I was working at a nonprofit organization, to being a stay-at-home dad, because I was full-time as an actor and a model. And that transition was tough.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, my father had a huge influence on the father that I wanted to be. Love was materialized through him. I mean, anything I wanted. Well, basically anything I wanted, he would get for me. That's how he showed me his love. That's how he showed that he loved me, was by the things that he got me. There was a lot of dangers with that, Like one, love became performance-based for me. That's how I saw love. And I was always expecting something in return for the, quote, good deeds, unquote, that I did. If it was for my dad, if it was for my friends, even my relationship with God. To say that, I love you, Dad, he would make a joke out of it. Even to the point of calling me gay, or in the Caribbean culture, we call it Bullo Man. One thing that sticks out to me was his sacrificial devotion to our family. my dad sacrificed his livelihood to move up to the States and prepare a way for the rest of the family to come up to the States. Because his dream for us was to have a better life, a better future. The other thing that comes to mind too as well is my dad was one of the most hard-working men you ever met. I mean, if he had the option to work 24/7, he would. And to me, he had such a thick skin that he persevered through anything that came his way. I remember my mom telling me a story of the ultimatum that she gave him. When they hit a roadblock in their marriage, my mom said, hey, listen, it's either me or the alcohol. One of us have to go. Well, my dad chose my mom, and they were married for over 55 years. These qualities, the sacrificial devotion, the commitment, the work ethic, the perseverance, these are the things that I want to implement and continue to implement as a man and to my family.
This is curriculum on a whole nother level, and it caters to our babies, our pre-K, our early learners.
You have a book, but you also can use an app on a phone to allow the book to come to life.
We are exposing kids to cutting-edge technology while educating them at the same time. 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, and this is how we're counting to one. From pre-K to 12th grade, it's so amazing what it's been doing in the schools and at homes and homeschooling.
I haven't seen our son sit that still for the first few minutes for anything. So it was completely engaging for the kids. They're soaking up every piece of information, and I would highly recommend it.
This is curriculum on a whole nother level.
All of the fun, education, technology is accessible for you on Android, iPhone, iPad, or tablet.
Hi, I'm Lisa Washington, and I am the owner and creator of Vitality Natural Skin Therapies. And my purpose of starting this company is that I wanted to create something that was natural and organic, that also benefited women's skin, but with great wellness and vitality.
I'm Christina, and I'm the creative marketing director for Vitality. We just try to think of creative ways to really teach people what you eat and what you put into your body is as important as what you put onto your body. What we find in the feedback from all of our clients is that they can't believe that just within a few days how much it changes their skin.
The photo shoot that we did today was so much fun because each woman actually is a client. Sustainable beauty was not just a photo shoot, it was a message using the natural resources that we have to help maintain and to preserve our natural God-given beauty without compromising or altering our well-being and vitality. This is what sustainable beauty is. Until next time, remember to live well and live beautifully.
So now I'm a full-time actor, model, coach to aspiring actors and models, and a stay-at-home dad. My ideal family is definitely not what it seems. So first off, at the moment, my income is inconsistent. My wife works full-time and I am responsible for the kids on a day-to-day basis. So let's talk about these kids, right? So I feed them breakfast and help them get ready for school in the morning, drop them off, pick them up, help them with their homework, get them ready for bed. So basically, I'm like their personal Uber and assistant. Don't get me wrong, I love my kids and I love my beautiful wife, and I can't imagine my life without them. Sometimes I can get very easily frustrated, irritated, impatient. impatient to the point where I yell or I lose my temper or I discipline them out of anger instead of love. You know, honestly, at those moments, I don't see them as a blessing. I see them as a burden. And that's not okay. Don't get me wrong, I love my kids, and I don't know if you could relate with this or not, but I just don't like them at times. And I thank God, I thank God for places like school so that I can get a break. So the two things just off the top of my head, right, that help me see them as a blessing instead of a burden. The first thing is through my relationship with God. Like, I see God every single day for perspective on the how and the why when it comes to raising my kids. And the second thing, their hugs, their kisses, the way they interact with my wife and I, the way they show affection and encouragement to other people. Like my eldest daughter, Isabella. She loves to write cards, she loves to draw pictures for the people in our church and for our friends. And that kind of stuff just warms my heart.
I do this one. It says best friends forever. I snap it. Do really hard. I know what's in here. It has to be a perfect heart. After that, I get my favorite colors that he might like. Watch this.
Come on, Ian.
What? Color. And this is how you make a perfect heart. You know what's that? Let's see here. Nope. This is gonna be amazing!
You better be careful. He's coming right to your face.
My name is AP. I'm 4 years old. My name is Liam. I'm 4 years old.
Well, I can't do this alone, right? And so I'm really thankful, I'm really grateful for the godly men that help me day in, day out with the responsibilities that come along with being a father. One of them is Angel. I've known that man for at least a decade. I mean, we've literally known each other before I got married and before my wife and I had our first child. So we're very similar in age. I have more like a peer-to-peer relationship with him. So we just help each other. We learn from each other. We feed off each other when it comes to being better fathers to our kids. You know, what I really admire about Angel is the way he loves his wife, the way he loves his kids, and honestly, the man he continues to become on a day-to-day basis. One of the most impactful things that Angel helped me to accomplish was baptizing my dad last year. It had been an impossible prayer of mine since the day I made Jesus Lord of my life. My dad had no intentions of going to church or even pursuing a relationship with God for that matter. So him making that decision to make Jesus Lord, that was a dream come true. That was like an answered prayer I was praying for 20 years. And my dad, he passed away earlier this year, but I am full of comfort, I'm full of peace to know that he is rejoicing with God in heaven right now.
I've known Keegan for, it's been over 10 years now, and he's been an incredible friend. Didn't initially connect, but we met at church, and over the years, he wore on me a little bit. So, yeah, it's been amazing. It's been amazing just to have a great brother to be by my side through the ups and downs. Keegan is an awesome dad. I'm so grateful that him and Melissa have gone ahead of us. They have a daughter, Bella, that's a year older than my daughter, Layla. So we've been able to experience parenthood through them first and learn from them. I remember the time when they came over and brought Bella and literally in the moment showed us how to discipline our daughter and showed us in gentleness, at the same time very firm, and I saw how their daughter responded, and I'm just amazed. I see Keegan every day battling to fight for his family, to sacrifice for his children. To be a dad and be as hands-on as he is, I respect him so much for that. Keegan baptizing his dad, wow. That was a moment I'll never forget. I remember getting that phone call from Keegan, like, I don't know what to do. My dad just softened up. His heart softened. He wants to follow Jesus, and I was so amazed, and it was a miracle. Just think about how over the years I know the journey. I know the backstory. I've talked to Keegan. I remember talking to Keegan and getting the phone calls from him. Just him being very emotional about how passionate he was about his dad making it, and yet his dad was so aggressively against Christianity, against Jesus. And it was heartbreaking during those times. But then to see God literally give his dad this moment of clarity, opportunity to just surrender his life was powerful. It was something that I'll never forget. And it was such an honor to be there for him, for his family during that time. And I'm grateful to be able to have experienced that.
You know, one of the other godly men that's really impacted my life is Derek Chisholm. When my wife and I had our first child, Isabella, he really gave me so much insight on what I was in for in becoming a father. And what I really admire about him and his wife is the way they have raised their kids in a godly manner, and seeing that lasting impact that it's made on their kids' lives. Like, I aspire to raise my kids in that same manner.
Keegan and I have known each other for a little more than a decade now. It definitely has been a journey. I've known Keegan since before he was a parent, and even as a parent. I think the key thing that inspires me about Keegan and our relationship as we parent together is just his a learner's heart. He just really has a learner's heart and a great passion for his family. He puts a lot of effort into providing for his family as well as pursuing his career, and he doesn't sacrifice his family in the pursuit of his career, and I really admire that about him.
Fellas, fathers, what's going on? I want to encourage you all with just a few things. One, stay close to God. Every day, go to God for your guidance, for your leadership, for wisdom, and how to raise your kids. Second thing, get a team of godly men around you to help you, to grow with you, to hold, so that you can hold each other accountable. You can feed off of. Now, if you don't have that team of godly men, I want to give you an open invitation to come out to my church, The Path, because we have a church full of godly men. This is where my team is. And the third thing, I know how it typically works. You teach your kids, the kids learn from you, but I want to encourage you, don't miss out on those valuable lessons that you can learn from your kids, and those valuable ways that you can grow with your kids. These are the confessions of a spiritual hustler.
Do you know how many people own your car? things that make